Hi guys, and welcome to another pickups video. Got a lot of stuff here to show you, just stuff I've picked up in the last few weeks. First things I'm going to start off with are these Super Nintendo boxes. Now these are custom made boxes, made by a seller on eBay, and he was selling sort of different types of boxes, some hard case plastic ones, which I was actually going to go for originally. But these appealed to me more, essentially because of a space-saving issue. The plastic ones, even though I preferred them, were a lot larger, so I opted for these instead. So I've got here a box for Hagane, Final Fight 2, and Final Fight 3. So it's basically three of my rarer loose carts that I had. I just decided to get boxes for them, just to look neat on the shelf. They're really small. They basically fit the cartridge snugly. Just to compare, I've got a regular size Super Nintendo box here. So just to show you how big they are in comparison, as you can see, they are, you know, much smaller. But they just look very nice on the shelf, and I decided they weren't that expensive. I just decided to make these three, and I might decide to go back and get some more. So yeah, you know, I'm very happy. I mean, ideally I would have wanted the bigger hard plastic ones, and I might decide to use them in the future. But for now, I just think, just to save on space and I can have them on the shelf at least to look nice, I opted for these smaller cardboard boxes. Okay, now the first game I picked up was a PS1 title, and that is In the Hunt. For those that don't know, this is the first game that was made from the creators of Metal Slug. It's basically a shooter, but you control a submarine and you sort of go underwater. It's a really awesome game. It's done in the style of the Metal Slug series. It has the same sort of art style. Fantastic shooter. I think overlooked by a lot of people, and it's a very good port. You know, it was a bit slowed down, but otherwise it's a very fun game. I actually got it for £24. The guy was originally selling it for £30, but he had a best offer, so I put in a best offer I thought was sort of fair. He accepted it, fortunately, and yeah, so I got it for £24. I'm really happy because there was actually a copy of this game for £45. Buy it now, and I almost went for it but decided not to in the end, and someone else bought it, and I was kicking myself because it was the only copy on at the time, but then this one came up and I immediately just put the best offer in, and thankfully the guy accepted it, so I got it for a lot cheaper than what I would have got it had I bought it a lot sooner. So very thankful. It just goes to show you patience does pay off with eBay. So sometimes, you know, don't always go for the first title you see. Sometimes it's worth the waiting for a little bit. But yeah, it's an awesome title, great one to add to the collection. Next couple of games I've got here are PS2 titles that I picked up on eBay and Amazon respectively. First one I've got here is Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. It's like a third-person shooter. I've heard a lot of good things about this game, so I'm just very happy to add this one to the collection. Next one I picked up off eBay was Batman: The Rise of Sinzu. This is very much a 3D scrolling beat 'em up. You get to play as Batman, Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl. It's a lot of fun game. Picked it up for like £3 on eBay. Yeah, so very happy with this one. It's definitely one that was on my list to get. Next set of games I've got here are Game Boy titles. First one I'm going to start off with is Gargoyles Quest. This is one I've been meaning to get for a very long time. This is the first of a series, and I believe there's 3 games in total, 2 on the Game Boy and 1 on the Super Nintendo. This is the first game. Awesome little platformer. It's a spin-off of the Ghouls and Ghosts series, and you play as a character called Firebrand. He has another game on the Super Nintendo which is known as Demon's Crest, and that's one, it's quite a sort of a rare game, at least on the PAL formats, so it's definitely one I'm hunting down as well, so I'm very happy to get this one for now. Next game I've got here is Kirbys Dreamland. I've actually got this already. I got it as a duplicate because it was being sold with another game I'm going to show you in a second, and I got them both for £10. The other game that I got with it was Batman, the animated series. This is a fantastic game, and this was the reason why I decided to get it. I bidded on this game. No one bid against me, so I ended up getting both games for I think it was about £7 something like that. So yeah, awesome. Kirby and Batman the Animated Series is an excellent Batman game, and yeah, so very happy with that. Next and the last Game Boy game I got this month is one very special to me, one that I've been waiting to get for a very long time, and that is Castlevania Legends. Very happy to get this because this actually completes my little mini collection of all the Castlevania games on the Nintendo handhelds. Really great game. Got it for a really good price. Managed to get it for £18, which might seem like a lot for a Game Boy game, but the average price for this game is around £40. So very, very happy to get it for that price and in really good condition. Okay, so let's move these over. Okay, next set of games I've got here are all from cash converters. These were 5 for £5. So I managed to get here SpiderMan 2. Yep. Used to have this back in the day. I traded it in, but I decided to get it back because it's a fantastic game. It's definitely one worth getting for the collection. Next one I got here was Le Mans 24 Hours. I was unsure about this game, but it was in really good nick, and I like the idea of playing for 24 hours straight. At least I hope this one has that version, because I know there was a few Le Mans 24-hour games that allowed you to play like that. But yeah, you know, just an interesting racer, and it was just something to fill out this little deal that I saw. Next one I've got here is Terminator Dawn of Fate. I know there's a few Terminator games on the PS2. Some of them, I think one of them's really good, the others are shit. I don't know if this is a shit one or not, but you know, 5 for £5, it's worth a try. Next game I've got here is Donald Duck Quack Attack. Just looked like a really cool little 3D platform game. You know, for a quid, just can't go wrong with that really. You know, so I thought I'd give it a try. It's a very good nick as well. And finally, I got the original Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. You know, I've tried this game out in the past. It seemed alright. Never bought the series. Never got into the series because I never bought the games. So I figured, you know, for a quid, definitely worth a shot. Okay. Next set of PS2 games are all from CEX. Again, on total, this came to £5.50. First one I've got here is The Getaway. As you can see, I got it for a quid. I've always wanted to give this game a go. Seemed really interesting, so you know, for that price, can't go wrong. Next one I got here is Judge Dredd versus Death. Again, a quid, not too bad. This seems like an interesting sort of first-person shooter in the Dredd universe. You know, I don't know what this game's going to be like, but you know, for a quid, can't go wrong with that. This one I'm really happy to find. That's Super Dragon Ball Z. It's a 3D beat-em-up, but it's not part of the Tenkaichi or Budokai series. I believe this was originally an arcade game. Not very popular over here, but it seems really good in my opinion. And for 2 quid, you know, can't go wrong. That's an excellent price for a Dragon Ball Z fighting game. Another game I've got here is Urdygurdy. Interesting little game I've got. Not much to say about this because I've never played it yet, but looks alright, and for a quid, can't go wrong. And finally, I managed to pick up Armored Core 2. You know, I quite like the Armored Core series, and for 50p, definitely worth a shot. Okay, next things I've got here is a few PS3 titles. The first one I've got here was from CEX, and this is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. For 5 quid, it's just nice to complete the Sands of Time series, because I have the HD collection of the first 3, so it's just nice to add this one, so I know it's part of the storyline, and for 5 quid, you know, that's a good deal. Next one I got here is the original Uncharted, got it for £12. Now, I originally have this game, but I actually have it in Platinum, and I know that the regular editions are quite scarce, so when I saw this, I had to pick it up. I don't want Platinums in my collection. I'm going to be trading my Platinum away, so yeah, you know, just nice to finally have a original copy of Uncharted, and with this, it will mean that I'll have no Platinums in my collection. The next few games for the PS3 here, I all bought brand new on Amazon. First one I've got here is Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. It's brand new and sealed. I managed to get this for about, I think it was about 20 quid. Really good price in my opinion. This has got all the DLC, including Freddy Krueger and some other new characters. Yeah, very happy. I've been meaning to buy this game, but when I saw that there was going to be an extra complete edition, I decided to hold off for it, and this was a good price and definitely worth owning, because I know that Mortal Kombat, it's got good reviews, so I look forward to playing this game. Next one I've got here is Seiya, Sanctuary Battle. I used to love this series, watching this as a kid, so this is like an excellent sort of beat 'em up in the Dynasty Warriors mold, so I look forward to giving this one a shot. And finally, for the PS3, I picked up Rayman Origins. It was being sold on Amazon for £13. Thought that was a great deal for a brand new and sealed, so definitely wanted to pick this one up. And finally, guys, I've got a couple of Megadrive games here. Two that were very high on my list to get. First one was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Now, I originally did not plan to get this game. I had no idea that actually this game was a scrolling beat 'em up in the vein of Streets of Rage. I thought, for some reason, I thought this was a 2D beat 'em up, but I seem to have got it confused with another Power Rangers game that came out on the Megadrive. But this one is really good, plays really well. It's definitely a lot better than I thought it would be, so I'm very happy to pick this one up. I got it for a decent price. It was about 7 quid on eBay. Very nice nick, fully complete, so very happy to have this one. And finally, I also picked up Phelios, an excellent vertical shooter. This one was very high on my list, just waiting for the right moment to get it. So yeah, I got it for an okay price. I got it for about 13 quid. It was on a bid, so I won it. And yeah, decent game, definitely worth owning. And I know it's a very uncommon title, so very happy to get that. So yeah, guys, that's it. That was what I picked up in the last few weeks. If you like this video, please guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear your comments as well. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye bye now.